Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to pick this John Deere tractor up, the 650, and pick it up and pull it across the mower deck. These mower decks were designed to turn the wheels. It's a little bit too much to do. So if you got something you can pick it up with, this is going to be an easier way to do it. So we've got the chain hooked to the front of the tractor, and we're just going to come over here and put one in like this and put the chain on the other side. Then we'll raise it up and pull the tractor right over the mower deck. Now that we got it hooked, it's in neutral. I think the brake is still on, but that'll be all right. We can pull that just a little bit. So I'm going to raise this up, and then you give me some hand signals to make sure that I'm clear of all of the gear on here, and then we'll pull forward with it. Is we picked it up, pulled it up over the mower deck and set it down. And of course you have to have the mower deck lined up because you got your lift arms in here for the mower deck, and that they're going to end up and come in and set right back in here. So that was actually a perfect way to pick that up. PTO shaft hooks up there. So what we're going to do now, we left the brakes set on the tractor, but we didn't have them set real hard or real strong, just so it didn't roll forward into the bucket. That's what we did. So we're going to go ahead and take the chains off, and then we'll maneuver this around just a little bit. We may have to wiggle it some, but we'll be able to get all that hooked up here in a matter of minutes. So what we did is we moved this mower deck just a little bit, but you're looking for this hole right here, this pin, to go into the hole. So we're going to have to let that slide forward just a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little drill, no, it's a drift pin, but anyway, it's something that'll hold this out like this, so when you go to put this on, you know, you just turn it like this, and then you can move it forward, and then when that hits that hole, did you see how that snapped in place? So now that pin is in place. That's how it is. Now we're going to go do the same thing on the other side. Once we get the front two hooked up, then we're going to hook the front panel up down here, and then we'll do the rear the last, because we have to have a little bit of movement here to get that PTO shaft set up. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is hook up the PTO shaft. Now I've already lubricated this. It's kind of hard to see in the shadow. I've already sprayed the female part, but we're going to spray this male part with a little lubricant. That'll help that go up on there. So anyway, this is one of these slip connections. Can you see how you got to push back on that? That allows the balls to fall back into the steel portion, and then when you pull it forward, that's what makes the connection. So we're going to hook it up here and try to get it lined up. It's not the easiest thing to do, but there, now is that no? Are you videoing?
Yep.
Okay. So when I go to push this forward, can you see this portion right there, how you're videoing?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to push forward, and you watch how this snap ring, it's on a spring. Once it gets to the grooved area, and that tells you when it's locked in. Right there. That's locked in place. Okay? So that takes care of the PTO shaft. All right, this piece that you're looking at right here goes on the very front of the mower deck, and it hooks on the front of the tractor. And that is the support, so when you go to lift up your mower deck, that also gives support to the front end. This is what keeps it from wiggling around. So we put all these parts back together when we take it off in the winter, because we use this tractor for something else. So these are just real quick clips you take off, and then we're going to start from this side and put it through. So come around to the front to video this, and then I'll show you. You ready? All right, so we're going to slide it in the back here. Go like this. So we're going to hook it to the mower deck first, and then we'll come around and hook it up on the front. So you can probably see pretty good from that angle. This is where you need a screwdriver or something to help pull these pins out. in. So that holds it to the mower deck, and then the next move we're going to pick this up, and these are going to be hooked into this, and then we'll put the pin back through. Now it locks it all together. Alright, so to make sure you can get this on in the proper manner, what we were going to do, we took these wing nuts off the front. So we're going to take this panel off, and then we'll open that up a little bit. That'll show you the front of this PTO shaft, and it'll also show you the belts that are in here. Those belts look like they're getting pretty worn. This is actually what makes the mower deck run. It comes off the engine. This is where these belts go to the crankshaft on the engine. But you can see how they're all cracked. So if for some reason the mower deck stops, this is probably going to be the story right here. We'll have to open this up again and take these belts and replace them. So this is going to make it easier to get this up in here. So what we're going to do is pick this up. We're going to pick this up, and it goes in like this, and it gets right up into this position here, and then we're going to line that up and put the shaft through it. It goes all the way across. I'll have to get over there and line that hole up. I can't see it from this angle. So, but this is what actually...
I can't get a hold of it.
Can you see it?
There, now I got a hold of it.
There it is. Okay, so that's in. Is it all the way through?
In. Yep.
All right, so we're going to take the key to that, or that other pin, right here, and slip that down in there. Did you get her?
Yep.
All right, great. So that took care of that. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and put these wing nuts back on.
I think this needs to go inside on this side, I think. Was it inside before? I think so.
I think it is. Yeah. Is it in?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just trying to find the bolt holes here. There we go. Okay. So we'll put the wing nuts back on. And the front part of the mower then is hooked up. So that leaves the two lift arm pieces in the back. And we'll get those next. We have two link arms on the back. This is going to hook up to the back of the mower deck. And what it does is it hooks to the back there and it hooks down here. So when you use your hydraulic lever here to raise your deck or lower your deck, that's either going to put the deck down for mowing, or you can set it at any height that you want. Once the tractor's running, that'll do. So that's how we work that. And this hooks on the back, this hooks to the front or to the back of the mower deck. All right, so when we go to put these link arms on down here to the mower deck, you always want to make sure that you put the washer part towards the tire. So we're going to hook it in here, and then we're going to slip it through like this and put the washer on and put the cotter keys. You always want to keep anything sharp toward the middle. You don't want it out by the tires. So, all right, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and put this lift arm. We're going to put this up through here. Put the pin through it. There'll be a washer on it and a cotter key. And that's what's going to hold it in place. If I can see the hole here. There it is. All right, so that's got the first one hooked up. Now we're going to go to this arm right here. Go ahead and put the lever down for me there. We'll put the lift arms down. Push it forward. Forward. There you go. Oh, that's good. All right. So we got that forward. Now you got a lot of room in here for adjustments. These are all threaded rod, but you have all this room here. So this, you just spread this out a little bit, raise it up. You put the pin through with the flat side to the tire. put the washer on. I got an extra washer here just for a spacer. And then you put your, this is one of John Deere's deals. I'm sure other companies have it, but that's a quick way to disconnect that. But that'll hold that no matter what kind of high grass you're in. So that takes care of that. While I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. We took this apart earlier because we had a drag on this that we were using. So since I'm down here on my knee pad, I'm going to do this. So once again, I'm going to put it through with the pin on the top, keeping all the sharp objects to the inside. Okay, so we've got this side done. We've already videoed this. So we've got all this stuff hooked up. So what we're about to do now is we're going to go ahead and we need to put the bar across here at the back. And that helps to keep this separated and gives our mower deck the proper lift. Now at some point we're going to put a tape measure on here, and we're going to see what the measurement is on each side of this deck, and if it's not level, then I'll show you how we're going to level this. So I'll go get the bar for the back of this and be right back. So I always keep these parts in the same place every year when we take it apart. We're done with the mowing, we use the tractor for other things, but this is the bar that's like a spreader. So we slip it in here. Okay, so that's going to keep the right height on this. So we're going to go ahead and start the tractor and then lift the mower deck up, and then we'll take some measurements on it, make sure we get the cut even all the way. So this is a little diesel tractor, so it's any vehicle you're going to start, or the tractors you're going to start, you always make sure it's in neutral. And on this diesel, it's one push forward till you hear a click. Once you come around on this side, you can see this up here in the front. Okay, so what you're listening for is a click. And what this does, this opens up the fuel to the injector. So listen for this. You heard that click? That tells you you're going to have fuel to the cylinders now. So it's in neutral, so it's turn the key, and it should start right up. And this is your throttle. You also have a foot throttle. So we're going to let it on here, lift it up. Yeah, I can tell right now by looking at it, this side's way too high. Look at the distance between the front wheel and the concrete. Now look at the other side. See how here we're going to change this right here. We're going to get a pressure wrench, we're going to break this nut loose, and then we're going to crank this down. By cranking this down, it allows that side to come down. So we'll get that to you. What you got to do, you break this nut loose first, get the tension off of it, and then you start cranking this down. So you want this side to go down. That's what you want, because it's way too high. So it's going to take a little bit of time. You just got to take your time. The lights and everything else that are on this tractor. So we're going to crank it down a little bit. Some of the bigger tractors actually have a handle on here. And if it's 5.5 inches, or 5 3/4 to the center, you're looking to go to the center of this piece of round stock. So right now that's about 4 3/4. This side, that's about 4.5. So we'll go a couple more turns. Let's check that now. Let's see what it measures. See how much higher that's brought that wheel up off the ground? That's about 4.5. So we're looking for 4.5 on the that is about pretty close to 4.5. We could probably go a little bit more. Let's take it another 1 or 2. 4.5. That's it. So now you lock it up. You don't want this thing vibrating around, so now you turn your nut, bring it down here to where it gets tight. And then you put a little tension on it with the crescent wrench. Okay? So you want to tighten that a little bit. Hang on, right? Just like that. You don't have to get stupid with it. Just tighten it up a little bit, and that's it. So when you go out and mow now, that should be even. You should have an even cut on the lawn. That, folks, is how you put the mower deck on a John Deere 650 diesel. Thank you.